Well, the bats just didn't show up today. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies Set Show video recap of this afternoon's game between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Washington Nationals as the Phillies lose 5-1 to the Nationals as they drop the final game of the 3-game set, but still win the series. They failed to sweep. Now, guys, before getting into this video, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. So the bats were just not there this afternoon in the nation's capital. They just were not. The only one we get is a double steal home by Andrew McCutchen. And it looked like I think the Nationals thought they had Bryce Harper picked off to end the inning, and then Andrew McCutchen with a heads-up play steals home. Unbelievable. And that was a double steal. They originally called an error on Josh Bell, and then they eventually changed it. So a double steal gave the Phillies a 1-0 lead in the top of the first. A lot of first-inning runs for the Phillies. Another thing I forgot to mention recently, I understand we did lose this game, but another first-inning run. I mean, I would have loved to get the sweep, but we can't win them all, right? And we have to also keep in mind here, ladies and gentlemen, and I hate to bring this up on a win, too, and that's why I haven't really been saying on a lot of wins, but since this video is a loss, we are still around a 500 baseball team. We still have to remind ourselves that, I mean, yeah, you don't want to, damper a win, right? I mean, you go back and look at the past 2 games. I don't really want to mention it, but you don't want to damper a win. That's how I haven't really been talking much about it. But you have to keep in the back of your mind while you're watching this team play, whether it's a win or a loss, that they're close to a 500 baseball team. So you have to temper your expectations. So pick up the scoring summary in the top of the first inning. As I said, Andrew McCutchen leaves off the ball game with a double going, and that's Patrick Corbin of the Nationals. And unbelievable. So Album up at the plate. We have first and third, 2 out. And Bryce Harper reaches on an infield single. And so first and third, 2 out. And looked like they had Bryce Harper picked off there. They threw it at first and got him caught up. And then Andrew McCutchen with a heads-up play comes around to score a terrible throw by Josh Bell. It wasn't, it was kind of high. And Young Gums, just missed Andrew McCutchen. Just missed him. Harper goes up to second, and the Phillies then take a 1-0 lead. That is good. That's a baseball right there to Andrew McCutchen. So you just love to see that. The 10 puts the Phillies up 1-0. Then in the bottom of the first inning, the Nationals didn't take him long to come back. Kyle Schwarber, a guy who has just been off to a very, very slow start this year, coming over for the Chicago Cubs after getting non-tendered. He homers on a fly ball to left field the other way. A 2-run shot also scores Juan Soto. Schwarber's 4th home run of the season. It's now 2-1 Washington. So Kyle Schwarber puts his team not only on the board, but it puts them in the lead. Now a 2-1 ball game. Zach Eflin, that was just a big mistake, right? And first of all, let me go on this rant. I got a text on the hotline number. Sure, this guy's watching the video too, and I've been texting a lot of people. Stop with the MLB blackouts. It's ridiculous. It's absurd. The year is 2021. This is not the 1990s. Can we please stop with the blackouts? It's ridiculous. Give me a break. This is not the ancient times, ladies and gentlemen. Enough with the blackouts. Enough with the blackouts. It's ridiculous. I couldn't even watch the game today. Not available to my team's app. The Xfinity app, it only allows you to watch on their home Wi-Fi. And it's just ridiculous. It was MLB free TV game of the day, and it said a blackout restrictions apply. I tried to watch on Mass and Nationals. Of course, I would rather watch NBC Sports Philly, but I would have been listening to Bob Carpenter and F.P. Santangelo, the Nationals announcers. But I like those guys. Those guys are fine. See you later. But those guys are all right. I would much rather listen to Philly. I wouldn't let me even listen to the Nationals guy. The game's in Washington, D.C. It's absurd. Why do you gotta black it out? It's ridiculous. So I missed a good portion of this game because of that. So it's just it's ridiculous. All these blackouts. It's ridiculous. So enough with the blackouts. Then this evening, they would not be done as Josh Bell, the struggling Josh Bell, close to the 130. He's now hitting 140 after what he did today. Only 1 hit, but it was a big one. He homers on a fly ball to right center field. A 2-run shot also scores Castro. And that was his 4th home run of the season. It's now 4-1 Nationals. So Josh Bell putting his team extending the lead, right? And, 2 run homers in that inning. Zach Eflin, he looked rocky to start. And he just wasn't looking his pitches. Well, he's talking about, he doesn't have the greatest stuff, right? I really, really like Zach Eflin's sinker. His fastball's all right, but he doesn't have the greatest stuff. He knows how to work with the stuff he has, which I love. He knows how to work with the stuff he has, and he just does a really, really good job. With the stuff he has. But not so much today, though. Not so much today. Really rough start for him. And he would not be done allowing runs. And then about 6 innings, Starlin Castro, he was on a ground ball to left field. And then Alec Bohm, he definitely could have gotten this ball. I mean, there's no question about it. I understand. We all know he's not the best defender. And not only is he struggling offensively, it even goes back to last year. He wasn't a very good defender last year. I mean, this makes another defensive. I'm going to go to his defense a little bit. It wasn't an easy play. I'm not saying it was an easy play, but he definitely could have gotten it. And I'm not going to. Of course, it wasn't scored in error. But Juan Soto comes around to score, and the Nationals extend the lead. Now a 5-1 ball game, and they to go in with that score. 5-1 your final, as the Nationals salvage the final of 3 games as they avoid the broom from the Phils. I'm still content with this series. I mean, due to the Phillies' recent struggles with the Nats, I mean, forget about last season. In 2020, we did do our job against the Washington Nationals. But going back to 2019, we were awful against the Nationals. I mean, awful. You saw it got swept out in the 5-game set in September 2019 in D.C. I think we only won 1 game at Nats Park in 2019. 1. It was the first game we played there, Harper's return. That was the only game we won in D.C. So we get 2 wins here. We win the series. Good job out of this Phillies team. I mean, we can't win them all. We can't win all the games, right? We all know that. And like I said, and this is not, and I'm not just upset we lost, but like I mean, I say this after win, we're still a close to 500 baseball team. We have to temper expectations. You're not going to win every game. Also, you have to keep in mind this is a team that's going to be floating around the 500 mark. We can't lose sight of what this team is, right? This is a close to 500 baseball team, ladies and gentlemen. You can't get your hopes up too high. So we can't win them all, and you also have to keep that in mind. Andrew Cutchin with the knock today. I'm so proud of him for that heads-up play, stealing home. Gene Scior's really cooled off. Another hitless performance this afternoon. He'll get hot again, but we saw came back in Atlanta. He was tearing it up, and now he's kind of started to enter a rut again. But Bryce Harper with the infield single, but not much out of him with the 3 strikeouts. And he strikes out a lot against Patrick Corbin. There's no doubt about it. But Rhys Hoskins, something's going to have to give. I understand he got a couple clutch hits last night. But just like, man, oh man, it's just like something's missing with him sometimes. He hasn't been hit a home run like forever. You saw he was going on that home run tear, and we all knew he wouldn't keep it up. But you just hate to see him struggle like that. You just hate to see him struggle like that. Hopefully he can get another run. But Alec Bohm with just the 1 knock, the single to left field, and he needs to get it going. I've been saying that a lot lately. He needs to get it going, and I'd love to know what happened to this guy. Is it the Phillies' fault? Did they mess up his swing? I'm going to go back, and I'm going to try to study his swing from 2020, and then I'm going to study his swing from 2021 and see if I can notice a difference, right? I'm going to see if I can notice a difference. I'm not a hitting coach, but I want to see if maybe there's a difference in his mechanics. His arms in a different motion. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that. Is he lifting up his leg a little higher than he was last year? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to look at that kind of stuff. Stuff that maybe could impact his stroke to the baseball. Odubel Herrera, another knock. Now batting .231. So he's getting his average up there. He's getting up there. I understand we only got 1 knock, but I tell you what, this has been much better. The production we got in Odubel Herrera has been much better than any center fielder we have had this season. So I will gladly take that. As we take a look at Zach Eflin's start this afternoon, 6 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, all 5 are earned, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts. It's amazing, right? I mean, you saw how poorly he pitched in this game. It means he struck out 9. Unbelievable. I mean, this Nationals team does strike out a good amount. I mean, they have a lot of patient hitters, like Soto. I mean, Juan Soto's an on-base machine. He's an absolute legend. But they do rank up the strikeouts. Kyle Schwarber, Josh Bell. I mean, they've been striking out a lot, those guys, especially Josh Bell. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like, Eflin's worst start, but it just was a rocky start. And you know what? Everybody's going to have a rocky start. Players and even pitchers, too. You saw Aaron Noyes, the AC rotation. Look what he did last Sunday against the Atlanta Braves. I mean, he was awful. He was not good at all. And I was walking the hallway today. I was thinking, like, Zach Eflin, man, what a rough afternoon it's been for him. And I hope he doesn't go back to his 2019 ways, but you can't judge one start off of that. Now, if he has, a couple of your string of, 4 or 5 starts with this similar, approach and, appearance and, the results he's given us, then yeah, maybe it's a reason for concern. But this is only 1 game, and he's been pretty consistent this year. His ERA now jumps to 3.86. So it climbed after today's rough appearance. But like I said, he doesn't have the greatest stuff. He knows how to work with it. And I love his sinker baller. There's no question about that. And he's not the kind of guy that's going to, rank out a huge amount of strikeouts. He got 9 today. It's very good in 6 innings. But unfortunately, it just didn't really go his way. And the two-run home runs were killer. That was the backbreaker in this game. But the bullpen the rest of the way, Amadeo Santos and Matt Moore both pitched scoreless innings. They were both very, very good. So this is a flat loss. This was not a heartbreaking loss. This is not we were up by nothing and blew it. This was just a flat loss. There's not really much else to say about this game, ladies and gentlemen. We go to Washington, D.C., we win the first 2 games of the series, and we lose the final game in this a flat fashion. And, teams are going to have flat performances like this. And you go over and look at the Nationals, Patrick Corbin. He was very, very good this afternoon. After going into this game, he was really, really struggling so far this year. He went 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. The run was earned, and 9 strikeouts. So both starting pitchers had 9 strikeouts in this game. So that's pretty funny. And one allowed 5 earned runs, and the only allowed 1. So, there was just a tale of 2 pitchers in this ball game. Neither guy, pitched absolutely dreadful, but Zach Eflin definitely got the worst of this exchange. There's no question about it. And made a couple of mistakes, and that really, really cost him. It really, really cost him. But I am proud of Amadeo Santos having that scoreless inning, especially after that horrible appearance he had last Saturday against the Atlanta Braves. How in the world can you forget that? That was absolutely brutal. You know what? It's just one of those games, right? It's just one of those games we're not going to win them all. As we preview this series against the Toronto Blue Jays, oh no, this team that we can never beat in spring training. Well, hopefully we can beat them in this series. The first pitch, 7:37 tomorrow night. Vince Velasquez 1-0 with a 4.18 ERA going against former New York Met Steven Matz, 5-2 with a 4.86 ERA. Saturday night at 7:37 start. Aaron Nola 3-2 with a 3.59 ERA, coming off of a very, very rough start against the Atlanta Braves on Sunday, and it's a to be determined for Toronto. And then the finale on Sunday, 1:07 the first pitch. Chase Anderson 2-3 with a 5.23 ERA, going against Ray 1-1 with a 3.38 ERA. So my expectations for this upcoming Toronto series, it's going to be very tough to win 2 out of 3 against these guys, since they do play us tough. Now, you have to keep in mind that this is not spring training anymore, right? I understand we did not beat them once in 2021 spring training, but this is not spring training anymore. Times have changed a little bit. Different guys are playing, so, I would be content. I hate to say this because right now the Blue Jays sit 20-16. They're definitely having a little bit of a better season than we're having. Not by much, but, if we win 1 out of 3 here, I wouldn't be absolutely devastated, especially since we struggle against this Blue Jays team so badly. If we just won 1 out of 3 here, I wouldn't be absolutely devastated. Now, would I be happy with that? No, but I'd be like, okay, at least we didn't get swept out, because I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, with spring training or not, we just have not had a lot of success against this Jays team. Now, if you go back and look at September of last year, we won a 4-game series against them. Unbelievable. We almost could have swept them out. So who knows, right? The regular season, spring training, 2 completely different things. You could look at the spring training and say, wow, the fact that we didn't win 1 game against the spring training is a little alarming. Not one. Seriously, and we didn't just lose by a couple of runs against these guys. These guys blew us out of the water. They hit a lot against us. They love hitting against our bullpen guys. You got to be careful in this series. Player to watch out for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He is heating up over there for the Jays. There's no question about it. And this game will not be played in Toronto. I don't know if you guys know that. It's going to be played at TD Ballpark in Dunedin, Florida. So the Phillies are going to get on a plane and head down to Florida, so they're not going to be going up north to Toronto. So guys, thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe if you have not yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media link in the description section at Phillies Hot Stove, Instagram, TikTok, our financial Instagram. Call or text 267-225-3392. Email me, phillieshotstove@gmail.com. 7:37 the first pitch tomorrow night. Vince Velasquez going against Steven Matz, former Met. Little club news, JT Muto placed on the virus IL, but I think that's just a filler for him. I think it's just so we don't waste a roster spot. Rafael Marquand called back up. He was available today to play. So guys, thanks for watching. I am Luke, and I'll talk to you later. A little rough performance today. Kind of a flat way to end a 3-game set, but a series win, right? We're not going to win them all. A series win is still a series win. So guys, thanks for watching. I am Luke, and I'll talk to you later. Let's go Phillies. I'll see you guys.